This week on Diplomatic Channel, will the region of Catalonia be declaring its independence following a referendum conducted last Sunday? Regional President Carles Puigdemont is bearing on with a plan, while the Spanish government appears to be doing everything to stop this independence movement. Then, she won the general elections but is yet to form a government. German Chancellor Angela Merkel is holding talks and forming a coalition, beginning with the CSU, the sister party of her Christian Democrats. Plus, our interview with the Nigerian ambassador to Germany, Yusuf Tugar, and Nigeria's relations with Germany. And that's the Diplomatic Channel in a wrap. Welcome, everyone. I am Amarachi Ubani. Spain's Prime Minister Mariano Rajoy says any declaration of independence by Catalonia will have no effect, and he has rejected any mediation to resolve the current crisis going on between the region and the government. Catalonians have been out on the streets across the region protesting their right to independence. Regional leader Carles Puigdemont had initially scheduled to announce the region's independence at the parliamentary session on Monday, but that has been cancelled by the government, or rather suspended. On Friday, he held meetings with mediators in the crisis. Carles Puigdemont has kept to his guns since the agitation for the region's independence began. Despite a government ban, he went ahead with a referendum the government tried to stop. Despite police violence and the scores of people injured, he claimed majority of the votes cast were in support of independence of the region. The government has apologized to the people for violence on Sunday. But the quest for independence by the wealthy region with its own language and culture is proving more difficult than expected. With the parliamentary session for Monday suspended, the question about the way forward has been uppermost on the minds of many. So on Friday, Puigdemont met with a group of mediators made up of members of the Barcelona Bar Association, business leaders and representatives from unions and universities. The commission, set up on Wednesday, aims to offer dialogue between Spanish and Catalan government in order to reach a solution in the Catalan independence crisis. It is not clear if the commission had a set date to meet with Spanish government representatives. Prime Minister Mariano Rajoy says he would not rule out using the constitutional powers to remove Catalonia's autonomous status if it claimed independence. Rajoy has until now been vague on whether he would use Article 155, a so-called nuclear option of the Constitution, which enables him to sack the regional government and call a fresh election. Asked if he was ready to trigger Article 155, he said he did not rule it out, but that ideally it should not be necessary to implement extreme solutions. But for that not to happen, things would have to be changed. Rajoy's comments come as tens of thousands of people took to the streets of the capital, Barcelona, on Sunday to express their opposition to any declaration of independence from Spain. The protesters rallied in central Barcelona, waving Spanish and Catalan flags and banners saying, "Catalonia is Spain, and together we are stronger." Vice President of Catalan civil society called on President Carles Puigdemont not to commit to an unreasonable unilateral declaration of independence. If Catalonia left Spain, it would deprive the country of about 16% of its people, a fifth of its economic output, and more than a quarter of its exports. Catalonia is also the top destination for foreign tourists, attracting about a quarter of Spain's total. The political standoff has pushed banks and companies to move their headquarters outside Catalonia. King Philip VI said he's committed to the unity of Spain, accusing Catalan leaders of shattering democratic principles and dividing Catalan society. During a national broadcast last week, he said the Crown was strongly committed to the Spanish Constitution and to democracy, and underlined his commitment as king to the unity and permanence of Spain.
The European Commission spokesperson Margarita Schines said at a press briefing the referendum on Sunday was not legal, but called on the Spanish government to open dialogue.
Under the Spanish constitution, yesterday's vote in Catalonia was not legal. For the European Commission, as President Juncker has reiterated repeatedly, this is an internal matter for Spain that has to be dealt with in line with the constitutional order of Spain.
Concern is growing in the EU capitals about the impact of the crisis on the Spanish economy, the fourth largest in the Eurozone, and on possible spillovers to other economies. European finance ministers gathering in Brussels on Monday and Tuesday for a regular meeting could discuss the issue, although it is not formally on the agenda. Some EU states are also worried that talk of independence could fuel secessionist feelings in other parts of Europe.